Hey there, I'm Bill Sherck, the man about the woods. Check out Lund's brand spanking new 1875 Crossover XS. Right now, this is Rapid Marine's hottest selling Lund boat. Why? Well, Lund figured out a way to take a hardcore fishing boat and have it cross over into the world of water sports. Think fish and ski, and the Crossover excels at both. Let me show you why. First off, the Crossover series comes in two boat sizes, the 1875, which is 18 feet 10 inches, that's the boat we're checking out today, and also the 1775, which is 17 feet 10 inches. Now, Lund was very smart in designing this boat. The boat, motor, and trailer equal 22 feet long. That means the rig fits into most standard garages. By the way, the 1875 can take a 175 horsepower motor. That's a ton of power and speed. Let's get on the water and check out the rest of this boat. Lund has created a legacy when it comes to fishing boats, and the Crossover is really no different. Starting up front, check it out. You've got a plug here for your bow-mounted trolling motor that accepts 12 or 24-volt motors. Of course, there's a great casting deck up here. I'm a big storage guy, and this is one of my favorite parts of the boat. Look at this, double giant storage up front. Believe me, you can fit all your Plano tackle boxes, all your fishing gear up front. Here's the catch. At the end of the day, when you're done fishing, it's time for a family cruise. Put down the gear and you grab the pads, pop them in up front. 1 and 2. Now, all of a sudden, you're ready for water sports. Now, back here in the cockpit, Lund came up with a very cool 2-locker system in the floor. The big one's right here. Crack it open. Look at that. You've got storage for wakeboards, water skis. If you like putting long fishing rods in the boat, they've even got this bracket. You pop it in. Now, this locker will accept 8-foot fishing poles. It's the same storage with the side rod locker storage. 8-footers fit in there. Now, the dedicated rod storage locker is up front. Check it out. Open it up. It'll take 5 7-foot rods. There's also a dedicated onboard charger spot. Maybe my favorite part, you can close it up, it's lockable, so everything you've got is secure. Okay, Lund's other big innovation in this boat is the rear casting platform. There's a lot to talk about here. Number one, when you're fishing, you've got a ton of space to walk around back here. In the middle, an 18-gallon live well and bait tamer. What I like about it, it's got a wide mouth, so it's easy to get the fish in and out. Remember, Lund designs these things to keep your fish alive, so they're good at the end of the day. When it's time to take a break from fishing again, look at this. They integrated a ladder. So when it's time to ski, you just flip it down and you're ready to go. The other great design on this boat is this little stow and go system. You just pop this out and check it out. Your tow pylon drops right in, you're ready to ski or wakeboard. At the end of the day, you just pull it back out, snap it in, out of sight, out of mind. The other cool thing, if you get the bimini top, it fits in there too. The other great component of the boat, these flip-up seats. So in the afternoon, when it's time to take a little cruise, flip them up. Look at that, they've even got drink holders and a little trinket holder for your cell phones. I think I'm ready for a boat ride. Now, the cockpit of this boat is a beautiful design, a fresh dash design. Plenty of room over here for the electronics. For a guy like me, you even can move the seat forwards and backwards, so if you need a little extra leg room, you've got it. Absolutely love it. There's an AM/FM radio that's also satellite radio compatible. Over on the passenger side, look at this, a huge glove box. And of course, sidewall storage too. In fact, it's big enough you can even fit another ski in there. Okay, a little bit of technical talk. Let's start with the motor. This year's boat has a 150 Mercury 4-stroke, an awesome motor for this boat. In fact, Mercury tested them on the 1875 crossovers. Top speed, get this, 48.6 miles an hour. That's a ton of speed and power for when you're out doing all your water sports. Also in the boat, a 32-gallon tank so you can fill up with gas and run the boat all weekend. The Crossover XS also incorporates Lund's benchmark IPS hull design. That flat pad and back reduces drag and delivers clean water to the prop. The reverse shines get the boat up on plane quickly and keep a stable ride at speed and in those turns. Also, the IPS strakes and rails push water and spray away from the boat, not up and in. Fish, ski, keep the family happy. The Crossover XS series does all three. Get to Rapid Marine to schedule your walkthrough or check the boats out online at rapidmarine.com. And when you stop by to shop, make sure you tell them the man about the woods sent you.
Today's Due North Insider is presented by Rapid Marine.
All right, so one of the questions we get a lot is, what exactly is good etiquette at the boat launch? And there are a couple of things I do just to make sure I'm ready to go, because you've seen the people who hold up the lines trying to get in the water. Trust me, a couple of simple things will get you going smoothly. Number one, always make sure that your travel straps are undone before you're backing the boat up to put it in the water. Number two, make sure you have your plug in for a couple of good reasons. Believe me, that's a mistake you'll only make one time. Also, be sure to check your emergency chain. Make sure that's unhooked, so then when you back up, you can launch and you're ready to go. Now, on the other end of the deal, when it's time to also put the boat back on the trailer, there are things you can do there to keep the process going smoothly. One of the biggest mistakes we hear about, and I see a lot, is people who park their boat at the launch dock and then go to get their truck. Well, the problem is their boat's parked right in the way of where other people are trying to launch and take their boats out. Make sure you park off to the side when you go over to get your truck. Pull out your chain, hook up the boat, get it on the trailer, pull away, you're out of the way, and everyone's having a good day at the launch. Hey there, Bill Sherck, the man about the woods. One of the questions I get asked a lot is, what kind of toolkit do you keep in the boat? What I find is most folks say they've got a toolkit, but it never makes the grade. All right, what do I keep in mind? Well, first off, I've got a crescent wrench, and I've got a big one. It does a couple of things. It can work as a prop wrench for you. Also, you know, they always talk about the nuts on your boat trailer tend to be a little different size than many of the wrenches. But with the big crescent wrench, you can get it. Duct tape, it's a cure-all. I keep it in the boat for patching holes, whatever happens, holding stuff together. A bunch of different screwdrivers. Not that I'm going to screw around with the motor too much, but it's just good to have to tighten screws that might come loose, things like that. A multitasking tool. It's got little screwdrivers, it's got a knife for cutting line, pliers, all kinds of stuff. You'll be amazed at how often you use that. Here's another one that people don't keep along. Extra plugs. Just 2 weeks ago up on the Rainy River, we would have been in trouble if we didn't have our extra plugs with us. Zip ties. You ever keep these with you? Get a couple, just wrap them up, keep them in the boat. And then the other big thing I keep is a set of oversized pliers and cutters, especially if you're a big fish angler, you know, big pike and muskies. For getting down into the muskies, that's good. For cutting hooks, in case you ever get hooked. We did that up at Sault Ste. Marie a couple of years ago, and those pliers saved us. Having a good set of needle nose helps. Allen wrenches. A lot of boats have Allen wrench screws now, so I always keep one of these handy. And finally, the good news, I keep a fillet knife with me, just in case the fish are biting. Hey there, I'm Bill Sherck, the man about the woods. I have certain things that I always keep in my fishing boat, and if you don't have them, you should add them to your list. First up on mine, a toolkit, and not just a couple of screwdrivers and a knife, a complete toolkit with duct tape and screwdrivers, all kinds of stuff. Make sure you've got it, because believe me, at some point you're going to have to dig into it. Also, having a good weather radio with fresh batteries in it. I actually had a buddy who trashed his boat last summer because he didn't have a weather radio and didn't know the bad weather was coming. Keep it with you. A little bit of fun. On those hot summer days, you always have a soda that gets warm on you. I keep a bunch of koozies ready in the glove box. Extra plugs, keep extra plugs with you. Believe me, you'll need them for the live well or when you misplace them for the back of the boat. Here's another one, a complete set of keys, not just for the ignition, but for all the lock compartments in the boat. And I also keep an extra set of keys for all my trailer locks as well. You hate to have to dig into it, but at least you know you've got them with you. If I don't have a shortwave radio, I keep a cell phone charged with me. Believe me, people want to know where you're at. Also, extra life vests. It seems to me like people have just enough life vests. Always tuck one or two extras away for when people show up. Finally, having a good first aid kit with you. I don't know anyone else who keeps the proper first aid kit in the boat. I hate to say it, but you're gonna have to dig into this at some point, whether somebody puts a hook in their hand or they get stung by a bee. Have a complete kit with you and have it ready to use. There you go. Have a couple of things ready in the boat. It's gonna make your time on the water just a little bit more fun.